Welcome again to the second part edition of All Lives United. Um, Speaker Michael D. Landenham. Um, I'd like to continue on with the message, what I was saying. Get my notes here so I can keep on message. And like I said, I introduced what my organization is. I just want to go ahead and speed through it. All Lives United is a multi-conglomerate of individuals that believe that there is room for coming together to solve all the issues that our government is not solving themselves. And so we're at a pinnacle in our time, in our country, that we need to get the government back to its people. The rest of the world hates our government, but not hate the American people. So therefore, there's some room and some maneuvering that can be done in order to rectify some of the mistakes that our politicians that we sent to Washington. Well, I didn't send them, but Obama. But the rest of them, I don't know I don't know what's going on that one. But they're not doing their job, and there's gridlock in Washington. So the only way that we can unlock this gridlock is finally coming together and making things possible for our peoples as one. To share in the American dream, share our freedoms and our First Amendment and our gun rights and freedom of the press and all those other things that we hold so much dear to our in our lives. So therefore, Donald Trump want to build a wall. He should be interested in building bridges, like I said in the first part of this video, that we all share a responsibility on coming together, and we must let go of the errors of the past of other people that were here before we were here. We're just the shadows of the remnants of the past, and we don't have to go the same route as we were taught to go. The teachings of Martin Luther King of nonviolence, and there's a way to get across your message. And like I said, to have a frank conversation about race in America. But we don't have anybody speaking. We had Obama try to, it failed. We had Jesse Jackson, cutting somebody's nads off. It failed. Al Sharpton. Those are old faces, and they're out of sync of what today's events are right now. And we need young, fresh minds out there, each and every one of you out there. We need you. And to help make our country what it was promised. A shining beacon of freedom and opportunity in the world. That's why we are so powerful, because we have the uncanny ability to realize that government does not control us. The people rule the people. And nowhere on this earth we have that, but we're losing it because we're not all in sync. We're not all in one. We all want to point fingers and blame, and then you have some who want to stir up the fire, especially with police officers and African Americans. Let me make one thing perfectly clear about the All Black Lives Matter movement. It's not a movement of trying to bring the system down. It's not a movement on trying to point fingers and blame. It's not a movement to harm the very fabric of what America stands for. All it is basically saying that our lives matter too, because it feel like that every black person has been born feeling like we never had a fair shake. And when you oppress a people, any people, as long as African Americans have been oppressed, and you see the end results today, you can't just blame African Americans. You have to look at some of the people who, throughout our history, starting from the slave movement, slavery, into the Civil War. There was a time after the Civil War that Congress appointed a general named General Oliver H. Howard to lead a Freedmen's Bureau to put former slaves as progressive citizens to help contribute in our rebuilding of our country. But they didn't appropriate the funds necessary to allow that to take hold and take shape. So we were left, my ancestors were left out there in the cold. And therefore, we had to scratch and survive and find some kind of way to progress and move forward. But at the same time, when you have the oppressor, and those people are white, I'm not blaming all white people, and that's what we have to look at. Those white people who did those things, those atrocities to African Americans, they're dead, long gone, probably in hell burning right now. So we're not worrying about them. We're not worrying about these people. We need to worry about exactly, can we find good quality individuals who share in the same ideas and principles that we all care about within our Constitution and follow it to the letter. And therefore, we do have a responsibility and a duty to recognize that and to do something about it. And that's one reason I'm doing this video here with you today. But like I said, check out All Lives United on Facebook. Like it, apply to it, and you will be welcomely accepted within our community, knowing that there is a way to come together, and there is a way that we can forego and forget all the tragedies of our past. Right now, this is our country. This is our time to make a difference, to make a change for future generations to come. And I implore each and every one of you who is watching to research me, research what I'm saying, research all the other stuff. I don't want to get in greater details now because of my limit time on YouTube. So please check that out, and I have more videos lined up ready for review. This is a movement, the movement to bring all societies together, to find out the real causes of what happened within our government. Ever since starting of 9/11 all the way to this point here, and all the racial divisiveness of officers shooting black people and black people shooting officers. Two wrongs, like my grandmother taught me, two wrongs don't make it right. So it's very important that we do not make the same mistakes as other people who are doing wrong, to stir up the fire, stir up the flames, to keep us more separated so they can declare martial law. It's a lot bigger than we can all understand at the same time. Or not at the same time, but it's a lot bigger, it's a lot bigger than to individually by ourselves to understand in that point. But we all come together and bring our ideas, bring our fears, bring our dreams, bring our aspirations together. We can accomplish a whole lot more together than separate. A house divided will fall, but a house united will achieve all. And therefore, with this page, with this foundation that I've put down, of the individuals that I have gathered, 340 people that are family, 68 to 72% of them are white, and they're listening, that are Republican and that are Democrat, that are for Trump, that are for Hillary. They're really looking for the middle. But our politicians in Washington are living too far back in the past that they are a danger to our democracy. I always say they should have term limits on every aspect of government so that new fresh faces can continuously be rotated in and out to keep up with the times of what we face as Americans together. So, therefore, as we approach the 2016 election, knowing that we have two of the poorest choices that America's ever had to choose, really we have to look deep within ourselves and find a true leader within our own people, within our own communities. And I'm one of those leaders to offer leadership, offer concern and help and understanding and wisdom. And that wisdom really mainly comes from God. So, I know a lot of people are upset, especially, with the Black Lives Matter movement. But they don't have a central voice that can help deter some of the angry rhetoric that comes from both sides, and to find a common solution to how the message of all Black Lives Matter movement for all people to see. When you're bouncing around, you got 50 captains and 3 sailors. It doesn't work. So you need one captain and the rest of them are sailors to to lead, for them to follow, and for that captain to lead. And so therefore, we do have an opportunity for change. We have an opportunity to do better, and we can, and we must, and we will. But I can't do it without each and every one of you out there in America. So when you look at this video, please share it and, talk about it. This race issue needs to be talked about and handled in a correct and a responsible way. I don't know how we're all different, is my question. We all breathe the same air. We all drink water. We all love our kids. We all sit on the toilet. We all sit on the toilet. So how come are we different? And so it's one, because we were taught. Two, because neglect played a definite part in creating the monster that there's no monster really out there. And like I said, two wrongs don't make a right. So like I said, to all Black Lives Matter, whoever's ahead, you got to remember now, they are playing a game, the government, to cause strife, to cause divisiveness, so they can do what they want with martial law in affecting all of us. Suspend the Constitution, suspend voting rights. They're working that even now as we speak. But the American people woke up, know the truth about 9/11, know the truth about torture, know the truth about all these things. And President Obama, I voted for him twice, and he has let me down both times. I don't care how hot the damn potato is. It needs to be discussed. It needs to be carried out, because if we don't hold these politicians to the fire of what they did was wrong, that was treasonous against our nation and other people around the world, we will pay the ultimate price. We will pay for the punishment of what they did, because we didn't own up to holding them accountable of their actions. The only way we can do that is coming together in solidarity, in unity, and in love. We can do this. I believe in it with all my heart and soul, and I will continue to fight and to strive and to speak about the truth and the nature about what America stands for. We stand for unity. We stand for freedom of all aspects of human society. And knowing by coming together under that flag, under that great red, white, and blue, which, hot dogs and ball games and just being neighborly. We're all one family. One family. And then gathering all these different Landenhams who share the same name and same blood, but different races and different ethnic backgrounds and different political affiliations. We have an opportunity to change the world. To my Landenham family, hello. Find each and every one of you and friend on All Lives United. I am Speaker Michael D. Landenham. The first name is spelled Michael. Middle initial D. Last name Landenham, Landingham. You can find me on Facebook. My phone number information is on there. My Gmail account is kingham216@gmail.com. That is Kingham, Kingham 216@gmail.com. Let's come together in solidarity and love and find all the answers we seek together, because divided we will fall, but united we stand tall. God bless each and every one of you. Stay blessed, America, and be a blessing to those who are in need.